Hi, and welcome to this vocabulary lesson because we are going to look at synonyms, collocations in context, and words that belong in the word family. I hope you'll stick around with me every single day, learn these 3,000 words with me. Therefore, therefore. Therefore is an interesting word. It is a conclusion. We use it as a way to sum things up. For example, if x plus 6 is equal to 10, then x equals 4. So I would state x plus 6 is equal to 10. Therefore, x must be equal to 4. So I use therefore to draw a conclusion. I'm drawing a conclusion. Another way or other words that mean therefore are so, hence, thus, consequently, accordingly, ergo. Therefore is a word that we use to mean this is the result. So we use it to draw a logical conclusion. The roads were covered in ice, therefore the school was closed. It's a direct cause and effect relationship. Now there are a lot of signal words in English that show us that we're dealing with a cause and effect. Therefore is one of them. There is a direct cause and effect here. We would therefore conclude or therefore follow. The evidence supports the theory. We can therefore conclude that the hypothesis is correct. We use this in academic or scientific reasoning. The sample size was too small. Therefore, the results should be interpreted cautiously. The experiment was repeated several times and therefore provides reliable data. So this is a formal connotation, it's objective, it's analytical. If I'm using the word therefore, I want you to think that I am very reasonable. I'm just drawing a conclusion. We would use it in legal or official language. The defendant breached the contract and is therefore liable for damages. All right, so this is a consequence, rules or laws. There was a cause, they breached the contract. There's a result, therefore liable for damages. Employees who work overtime are therefore entitled to additional compensation. It's formal, it's authoritative. We would use it in legal and official language. The defendant sales increased significantly in the Northeast region. We should therefore expand our marketing efforts there. So we're drawing a conclusion or we're making a recommendation based on past events. Therefore is a way that we can very formally say, so this is what we need to do. The customer demand remains strong, and we therefore plan to increase production next quarter. This is professional and it's practical. Therefore can be used in a very persuasive way. We have completed all the prerequisites and are therefore ready to enroll in the advanced course. So this explains a conclusion. She has years of experience and is therefore likely to succeed in the role. It's a conclusion based on something in the past, so cause and effect. It was raining, therefore we stayed inside. So we can use it as a statement. We use therefore with a clause as well. Therefore, the project was canceled. So this would be the result. We've already talked about the cause. We can therefore conclude that That's a statement that would sum up. So sum up is a way to end an idea, to sum up something. We can use therefore to sum up everything we just said. We can therefore conclude that whatever. He is therefore responsible. The therefore in this sentence right here, he is therefore responsible, is here because we have stated all the reasons already. The costs were reduced and therefore profits. So notice where we put therefore here. Therefore is taking the place of were reduced. It's like saying the costs were reduced were reduced, and so were the profits. Or the costs were reduced, and because the costs were reduced, the profits were also reduced. Okay, that's a very complicated way to say this sentence. We can say it very succinctly by saying the costs were reduced and therefore the profits. There's a lot of meaning in this sentence held in this one word, therefore. Therefore is generally more formal. So, thus, consequently, as a result, these have different levels of formality. So is less formal, thus is more formal, consequently is educated but less formal, as a result is less formal. I was tired, so I went home. I was tired, therefore I went home. More formal gets to I was tired and consequently decided to return home. In modern spoken English, you would most likely use the word so. But when you read or when you are in formal contexts, using therefore is a really good option. There's not really an opposite to therefore. There's not a noun or a verb or an adjective. Therefore is an adverb, or it's used as an adverb, but it's really a conjunction. It connects and starts a clause, or it connects two clauses, showing cause and effect. Therefore. I really hope that you enjoyed this word. Research shows that if you know 3,000 words, then you can pretty much say anything you need to say. I hope I'll see you tomorrow, and please like and subscribe.